We always start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. Mr. Vanasco, could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing and have a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We have a quorum. Normally, our third commissioner, Mr. Sonata, is with us. He's out of town today. But as long as there are two commissioners here, we're able to conduct business. Right now, we have no members of the public in the audience, but if we have anyone show up, I will review the public comment policy that we follow. I will open the floor for public comment. Some of the folks in the audience are county employees, but a couple of them are also residents of the county, so I should open it up to see if there's any public comment. Hearing none, thank you. And none of our row officers are here today. So that drops us down to fiscal and contractual. We do have a repository bid that we've been provided. Vanessa, what number do we give this?
31.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This involves a parcel in the 3rd Ward of the city of Newcastle on Martin Street. Laurie George has bid $500 on this parcel, 03-081000. Anytime a repository bid is made, it goes to the 3 taxing bodies for their review and either acceptance or denial. Back on January 9, the city of Newcastle council did approve this bid. We have a document from the city indicating that. We've been advised by the tax claim office that they did not hear from the Newcastle Area School District. So it does come to us, and if we approve this, then Ms. George would be able to follow through with securing the property. So this is proposed resolution 31. Dan, any questions on your part?
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. Would you care to make a motion for resolution 31?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, and I'll second your motion, and we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, as is true most weeks, we did receive a few warrant registers from the county controller's office. We also refer to these as check reconciliation registers. It's a listing of all the bills that have been paid. And these are dated March 3, 5, and 6. Dan, whatever time you need to look them over, and then whenever you're ready, I'd be happy to take a motion to accept these.
I read through them and I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, and I'll do likewise. I'll second your motion. I also looked at them. You have any concerns? Okay, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The minutes of last week's commissioners meeting, Tuesday, March 3, they are in our packet. And again, Dan, if you need some time, you want to look them over, whenever you're ready, I can take a motion to adopt the minutes.
I'll make a motion to adopt the minutes.
Thank you, and I'll second your motion. And if there are no concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We received 4 pieces of written communication that I will now enter into the record. The first comes from Frank B. Taylor Engineering, signed by Levi Fiesel. This is written on behalf of Jeffrey and Jenna Wright, who reside on Kings Chapel Road in Neshannock Township. They are submitting a notice of intent for a new National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System general permit to the Department of Environmental Protection. This is for a single residence sewage treatment plant to replace the malfunctioning septic system serving the existing home on Kings Chapel Road in Neshannock Township. Second document comes from Amy Wagner of Wilson Mill Road in Wilmington Township, giving us notification that she has applied to the DEP for a reissuance of an NPDES, National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit for sewage located on her property, Wilson Mill Road, Wilmington Township, excuse me. Third document comes from Mr. Robert Hauk of North Edenburg Road in Mahoning Township, indicating, giving us notification that he has applied to the DEP for the reissuance of a National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit for sewage. His property on North Edenburg Road, Mahoning Township. And then finally, from RAR Engineering, Janine Malloy from that company is writing on behalf of the Wampum Underground Climate Controlled Storage and Warehousing Company, letting us know that they have applied to the DEP for a permit reissuance. This is an application for NPDES permit number PA 0221554. This is for their property located on Old Route 18 in New Beaver Borough. Dan, those are the documents we've received. Do you have any concerns?
Not at all.
Would you wish to make a motion for us to accept these documents?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, and I'll second your motion, and we'll request a roll call.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you, Vanessa. Takes us down to Commissioner reports and comments, and Mr. Kennedy, you're up first today.
I really don't have much anything at all. I did some traveling last week just to Virginia to the data center, but that's a tour, but that's really all I have.
Thank you, and thank you for doing that. That was kind of a whirlwind trip for you, but we appreciate you taking the time to represent us there. I'll note that last Thursday, Mr. Kennedy and I attended the meeting of the League of Municipalities, which was held at the Hutchinson Community Center in Neshannock Township. Well-attended meeting. I'll also note that earlier this morning, we met as the Board of Elections and gave formal approval to the location of the polling place for the newly configured third voting district in Shenango Township. That polling place will be at the South Newcastle Fire Department building on West Byers Avenue in the former borough of South Newcastle. I'll also note that, and I think it's going to be noted later in the meeting, but tomorrow at noon is the monthly meeting of the Lawrence County Planning Commission. That is open to the public, and that will also be at the Hutchinson Community Center at noon in Neshannock Township. So that's all I have today. We move on to new resolutions, and the first one, number 32, is that right, Vanessa?
Yes.
Thank you. Deputy Warden Spillvogel is with us. Loretta, I know that table is usually pushed a little bit back, but so we can pick you up on the microphone. Thank you for joining us today. And I'm hoping you might be able to clarify something, because I'm thinking maybe we may have misspoken on what's listed on the agenda. The proposed agenda says this is a resolution for discussion and possible approval to enter into an agreement with the County of Allegheny for youthful offender inmates. And I don't know if that's accurate.
No, it is not.
So thank you for,
Little typo, yes.
could we scratch the words youthful offender on the printed agenda? And I think the resolution does not utilize the term youthful offender in any way. So can you give us the explanation, please?
Absolutely.
Thank
you. Here on behalf of the warden, we did reach out to Allegheny County for specific information pertaining to those individuals that are incarcerated here in Lawrence County that require additional medical care than what we are able to do inside our facility. We do have our medical staff that do very well. However, we do not have a specialized unit like Allegheny County has. We would have to have, one-on-one officer supervision with somebody that would require special care, or get them to the hospital, which then also requires them to be They are still in our custody, and therefore we would have to have sheriff's deputies on them 24/7, which again is costly. So we, reaching out to Allegheny County, found that they do have the ability to house individuals, which would include a juvenile or a youthful offender that we would have in our care if they would require, more care than we could actually offer in our facility. And that's what this contract is. It sets the parameters of that, and it does set the amount of reimbursement if we would have someone there. We do not have anybody there right now, but in the event that we would have to have someone there, this puts the plan in place for them to be able to get transported there. And it's a cost of $177.81 per inmate per day. And we think that is very much within the parameters that we could pay for an inmate that would have to be there. As I said, right now, we don't have anybody in there now, but having it in place if need be, that would alleviate a lot of headaches, so to speak, if we would have to in the future.
No, thank you. That explanation is very helpful, and I think the way the first sentence is worded, it states Allegheny County Jail has the capability to house detainees from Lawrence County, which would cover everybody.
It covers it, yes.
Yeah. And just to maybe verify, I think I'm going to answer my own question, because I believe this was discussed somewhat informally with District Attorney Lamancusa. I'm not sure, were you part of that conversation? It was not in any formal sense, but he did make us aware of the need for us to do this. So that tells me that the chair of the prison board is well aware of this. Mr. Kennedy, do you have questions for?
None at all. It's a lot cheaper than keeping 2 deputy sheriffs at the hospital all the time. So we thank you.
Well, very good. And I would then ask for a motion for proposed resolution 32.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. I'll second it. Anything else, Loretta?
No, thank you.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Loretta, we thank you for your time. As we always say to people, you're very welcome to stick around, but if you have to head across the street, we understand.
And that is the case. Thank you much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well.
Thank you. Well, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, planning has a lot going on, and I'll ask Amy McKinney and Rebecca Schaefer from the planning office to come up. I apologize. We normally have that table pushed back a little bit, but no, we thank you both for joining us today. We'll start with proposed resolution 33 that would allow for authorization for an application to be made for the Pennsylvania Municipal Assistance Program for Phase 2 of the master site plan at the Quaker Falls Recreation property, which is county-owned out in Mahoning Township. So who would like to talk about this?
So we received funding through DCNR to do the Phase 2 of the Quaker Falls master site plan. And we committed match from the county for that, which we have budgeted. But in recent discussions with my grant manager from DCD, we are eligible to apply to DCD through the Municipal Assistance Plan to match the DCNR grant. So we figured, why not? So we're going to put forth an application working with Diane and Max to basically cover a majority of the match. They still want to see a portion of the county putting in some funds. I'm trying to get the exact number from Zach. I sent him an email this morning. But this resolution just allows us to make that application, and it's due April 1st. We'll be asking them, I think probably we'll be asking for around $30,000.
Thank you. Appreciate you staying on top of that. And I'll see if Mr. Kennedy has any concerns.
None at all.
Okay, thank you. You've answered everything I needed to know. So this is resolution 33. Dan, would you wish to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. I'll second it. If there are no other questions, we'll have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 34 would have the county enter into an agreement with Michael Baker International Corporation, along with a contract for ArcGIS migration, but I'm gonna have to let you explain this. The dollar amount would not exceed $41,906. Can you give us some background, please?
Well, actually, Joe and Dan could probably give a little bit more background on this. They actually sat in on the meeting. I just told Bill that since someone's gonna be here, I could be here to present the resolution. We've had issues since September with the server, and between that we utilize public safety in the assessment and our office. And we finally trying to get a hold of that. Commissioner Kennedy, Joe, Bill, and Alan sat down and discussed this with Chad Strobel. And Bill's been working with Michael Baker, and this is the proposal that they submitted in order to basically get everything back up and running.
Yeah, this has been in the works since 2021. The server's outdated, no longer functioning up at the 911 center. I believe they want to move that server back here as well and purchase a new server.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I believe that serves as our backup server as well.
One
for
of
the
the
courthouse, one of them, yeah, the one at the 911 center. So, yeah, it's important if something were to happen here, a cyber attack or something, that we have to back up.
it's outdated. We haven't been able to they have not been able to update anything in there since September.
And the dollar amount, or not general fund dollar amount coming out of the general fund, Chad had some options through his different organizations that he deals with at 911 center to be able to cover that cost for the county.
I think some of it's coming out as wireless fund and
There's wire
mix and matching
connectivity,
it, yeah.
yeah.
But none of the funds like just their general fund dollars.
My recollection, you briefed me on this, was I think I was at PCOM when you had that
Yes.
meeting, yeah.
Yes.
So thanks to both of you gentlemen for handling that. Mr. Kennedy, do you have anything you'd like to add or ask?
How soon can we start on this?
We really were just waiting for the agreement to get signed since it's a contract and we're paying Michael Baker, that has to come before you guys and signed off on. So as soon as we get that sent to them, they're gonna get started.
All right, well, thanks to all of you for providing the background on this. Dan, would you care to move for this?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, I'll second it. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Proposed resolution 35, we opened bids recently for the annual maintenance of our county-owned parks and boat launches. And we have a proposed resolution that will implement that, but Rebecca, are you gonna handle this one?
Sure,
I kind of
sure.
thought you were. Please, if you could fill us in.
Yes, so we did review we received 2 bids. And of course, Beyond Corp is the responsible lowest bidder. So we had discussion with, our solicitor, and we feel confident that we can move forward with this contract for Beyond Corp. He would take care of the boat launches, our parks, and also the 7-mile Stabbage Bike Trail. So yeah, he did a wonderful job. This company was the first time last year. We had many, accolades as to how he was doing. And anytime we called him, they were there. So we feel confident that this will work again this year. So.
Thank you very much. Thanks for spearheading it. The successful bidder is based here in Lawrence County. I believe the other bidder is also.
Yes.
And the contract amount will not exceed $68,360. I believe we used Marcellus money to pay for this. Thank you. Mr. Kennedy, I'll turn it over to you.
No, the only question I had is have we used them in the past, but you just answered it.
Could I have a motion for resolution 35?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. I'll offer the second. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Proposed Resolution 36. This involves the Community Development Block Grant Program that we administer. And the Planning Office notes that under the fiscal year 2024 program that we earmarked a portion of these funds for the Mahoning Township Street Improvement Project on Rich Avenue, which I believe is in the village of Hillsville. And our action today would allow Planning Office to advertise for bids on March 12 and March 19 for this project, with the bids being due on April 6. And then once they would be reviewed, you'd come back to us with a proposal, hopefully, to award. Amy or Rebecca, would either of you have any more details on this?
That's basically about it. We just come here and ask for your permission to proceed with the advertisement. This will go live on our pen bid platform for all bids on the 12th. So any questions or whatever come through that portal. So we're able to sign, answer any questions through the engineer, whatever it might be. So, and there will be a pre-bid meeting mid-March. I believe it's mandatory pre-bid March 23rd.
Yep.
So anybody that's coming and wants to bid has to be there. So.
According to our details here, that pre-bid meeting will be held at the Mahoning Township Municipal Building out on Route 224, as you said, on the 23rd of March. Mr. Kennedy, do you have questions?
Not at all.
Willing to make a motion so we can move forward?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I thank you. I will offer the second. If there are no other concerns, we'll have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And then last but not least, proposed resolution 37. This involves the redevelopment authority that the planning office serves as the administrator of that board. And it looks as though we're going to involve two properties on the North Hill in the second ward of the city of Newcastle, one on Sumner Avenue and one on Euclid Avenue. But could you tell us the details as to what's being done with these properties?
So these are two properties that are county owned. They're exempt, but they're owned by the county, and it goes back to like the 30s, the 40s.
Oh, yeah, when they used to have the treasurer
Yeah,
sales.
it's a treasurer sale. So we have somebody interested in purchasing them as a side lot. So what we're doing here is asking the commissioners to give it to the redevelopment authority so we can add it as part of our side lot program.
Well, thank you. And again, the properties are on Sumner Avenue, Euclid Avenue, both in the second ward. I ought to know the answer to this, and I can't recall. Hopefully, one of you might recall. These are, what we're talking about are not repository properties.
County actually owns them.
But if somebody wanted to see a repository list, that's in the tax claim office. Where does someone go to see this list?
I think it's no record. I mean, if you look on the well, it's up to date. If you go online, it'll say, if it says exempt,
Yeah.
that's how we kind of have to go through the research to see if it's owned by the county. So the tax thing has record of it though.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
Is it
that's how
possible?
Mary always pulls them up and she'll say, oh, it's an exempt, and then she does
Yes.
the research and finds out it's actually there, because you own them.
Yes, yes.
They're exempt because they're owned by the county,
That's right.
but you own them. It's not like a repository where you are the trustee and they're
Exactly.
still a listed owner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, thank you for clarifying that. And I'll turn it over to Commissioner Kennedy.
One question I got, how many of these do we own?
You know,
There's quite a few.
there's quite,
And
I
a
mean,
lot of it is hillside, a lot of it is topographically,
you can't do
you
anything with
can't
them.
do anything with. But there's quite a few.
We can find out. We'll try and get an idea for you.
We have a number, I know we do.
We have a number somewhere, and I think we've only probably done about maybe 10 of these. I don't know, maybe more. Mary had a record on it, but it's not. We haven't been don't do a lot of them. And like Becky said, a lot of them are properties that you can't really do anything with them. So,
But at least these two, I mean, it'll get back on the tax
Right.
rolls, it'll generate something.
Can you maybe get a listing
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
for
we
us?
sure will.
Do you have other questions?
sure.
Do you suspect, because I wouldn't expect you to know this, do you suspect that perhaps the majority of these parcels are within the city limits of Newcastle as compared to being out in the townships? And again, I don't expect you to know that.
I would guess,
Yeah.
I would guess.
Okay, maybe if we can see that
Yeah,
listed
well,
somewhere.
absolutely.
Thank you, lady. Dan, anything else?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you very much. So essentially then, just to summarize this, the neighboring property owners or owners are going to purchase these parcels. They purchase them from the redevelopment
Right.
authority. What we're simply doing today is
Transfer,
transferring
yeah.
to the redevelopment authority. Does the redevelopment authority then determine the selling price?
The sidewalk program is $150 per lot.
Okay, that's
As long
already,
as they qualify, and in
Yes.
order to qualify, they have to meet all of our standards. Make sure there are no back taxes, they have no foreclosures, they don't owe a sewer bill. And I'm pretty sure that we've kind of already done
Yeah.
that. We got to that point before we even transfer them. But we've had people come in to buy a side lot and it's $6,000 in back taxes, and they go upstairs and pay it. So
wow.
yeah, so we make sure that they're qualified, and and they don't owe any fund anywhere else, and if they do, they can still purchase it, but they have to pay those fines.
Thank you. Since we've had more discussion, does that cause any questions for you? Okay. Well, this is resolution 37, which essentially will allow this process to move forward. Could I please have a motion?
I'll make that.
I will second your motion. Let me know one other thing real quick here, and it's pointed out in the first sentence of the resolution. These unsold parcels actually date back to 1940.
Yeah, that's it.
There was a treasurer's sale. I think back then, there was no such animal as a tax claim bureau. Things were done differently back then. So, these have been around. Any other discussion before we do a roll call? Okay, Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Well, ladies, thank you very much.
Yeah, see you
Thank
tomorrow.
Yeah, see you at noon tomorrow. Yeah, with the
All right.
planning meeting. Thank you both.
Thanks again.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Have a great day. Proposed resolution 38. This is more or less a resolution just to clarify. I believe this has already been in existence, but we're essentially formalizing the fact that this involves the opioid advisory board. And Vanessa Bayless, our deputy chief clerk, who's in the room with us right now, she has been serving as the opioid board secretary. But what this resolution does, number 38, this proposed resolution amends resolution 29 of 2026 that we just recently voted on. We're adding to that resolution the fact that the opioid board secretary will be Vanessa Bayless. So it's a very simple resolution. Mr. Kennedy, do you have questions?
None at all.
And Mr. Vanasco, since you chair this advisory board, anything you wish to add?
No, just I was remiss and recognized it as soon as, well, actually, when I was still sitting up there last week, when I presented the resolution for the opioid board, that I failed to put our deputy chief clerk on the board, and she's been serving on it for quite some time now. And wanted to amend that this week.
Now that raises a question just out of my own ignorance. She's the board secretary.
Yeah.
Is she a voting member?
She is not a voter.
Okay, she just serves in the capacity as the board secretary. Okay, thank you. Well, since we're talking about you, Vanessa, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask if you have any concerns or questions.
I do not.
Okay, thank you. This is resolution 38. Dan, do you have any other concerns?
No.
Could I then have a motion for this resolution?
I'll make that.
Thank you. I will second it and we'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I have a number of transfer requests. I'll walk through them. Dan, stop me if you have any questions. Otherwise, when we get to the end, we can either take a blanket motion or we can separate them. The Coroner's office is requesting a transfer from within his budget, $34,000 coming out of the major equipment line item, and that's being transferred to the Act 182 vehicle line item. The assessment office is requesting a transfer of $33,000 from within their budget, coming from their salary of staff line item and going into maintenance and repairs line item. Public safety office is asking for a $22,000 transfer. All of it is going into service contracts / maintenance line item. Of this $22,000, $11,000 of it is coming from the professional services line item, and $11,000 is coming from the office supplies line item. The courts are asking for a transfer within their budget of $26,500 coming out of maintenance and repairs and going into the office minor line item. That takes care of the requests, and I'll see what Mr. Kennedy might have to say.
Not at all.
Since you have no questions, would you care to make a motion then for the approval of these requests?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, sir, and I will second your motion and request a roll call.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you so much. Just have two announcements. Actually, maybe three. This board will meet again, as we always do, next Tuesday. No, I stand corrected. I caught that. This board will not meet next Tuesday. It's the spring conference of the County Commissioners Association in Dauphin County. And based on how we're attending that, we will not have a quorum available here. So, and we knew that early in the year when we put the calendar together. So we will actually convene 2 weeks from today on Tuesday, March 24th. So keep in mind, no commissioner meeting next Tuesday. We already mentioned the fact that the planning office, the planning commission will meet tomorrow in public at noon at the Hutchison Center in Shannick Township. And I believe that's all I have as far as announcements are concerned. I'll note for the record that there are no members of the public in the room at this time. If Debbie Walker is watching from the live stream, Debbie, I will have your packet from this meeting and from the election board meeting. We'll have those upstairs available for you. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kennedy for any last concerns that he might have.
None at all.
All right, thank you, Dan. Vanessa and Joe, anything that we maybe missed?
Dan, there'll be a prison board meeting next Wednesday, the 18th.
Okay, thank you for noting that. Yeah, 1 week from tomorrow, monthly regular public meeting of the Lawrence County Prison Board, 7-member board. That'll be at noon, and that meeting takes place in this room open to the public. Thanks for noting that.
Sure.
That takes care of all of our agenda items today. May I please have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. I will second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Joe, for mentioning that.
Good to go.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We will call to order this special meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Elections, today being Tuesday, March 10 of 2026. It's 8:30 a.m. I want to note that this meeting has been advertised in accordance with Sunshine Law. There was a legal ad that appeared in the Newcastle News, I believe either last Friday or Saturday. But it has been officially advertised. We would ask if you have a cell phone, if you'd please put it on silent or vibrate. And we always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll ask Mr. Kennedy to lead us in a pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. Susan, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We do have a quorum. This is normally a 3-member board. However, Commissioner Sanada is out of town today, and but 2 constitute a quorum, so we are able to conduct business. We always have 2 opportunities for public comment, one just in a moment, and one before we adjourn. We ask that your comments be related to election board matters, and that if you do have a comment, we try to limit your time to maybe 5 minutes or so. As we speak, there are no members of the public in the room. I'll make note of that, but if anybody should arrive, we'll give them that opportunity to speak. Any opening comments, Mr. Kennedy?
None.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have in our packet the minutes of the last meeting of this board, which was Tuesday, January 20. I'll give Mr. Kennedy whatever time he needs to look it over.
I read it while I was sitting here, so I make a motion to approve.
Thank you, sir, and I'll offer the second to your motion, and we'll request a roll call, please.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes. Thank you, Susan. Motion carries. Before we move on to the purpose of our meeting, which is to establish a polling location for the 3rd District of Chenango Township, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. We do set aside time for the election director's report, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Germaini to hear what he might have to tell us today.
Today is the last day to bring in petitions for Democratic County Committee. So if you have one out, bring it in by 4 o'clock. After that, that's the deadline. We've had a few, not many though, but so if you have one out there, bring it in so we can get it approved. And just a couple dates that the last day to register for this election will be May 4th, and the last day to apply for mail-in ballots will be May 12th. We have gotten the electronic poll books that I believe we talked about that at another meeting. So they are in-house. We picked 3 areas that we're going to try it out at. Wampum will be one, Neshannock 4 will be another, and Newcastle 4-2 will be the other one that we're going to try. So 3 polling spots, and we're excited about trying these out. Other than that, that's all I have to report for right now.
Tim, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You made note of the fact that today being the deadline for filing nominating petitions for Democratic precinct committee people.
Yeah.
Every other office that's on the ballot this year has to file in Harrisburg.
That's
is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And the electronic poll books, as you mentioned, 3 polling places, one in Neshannock, one in Wampum Borough, and one in the city.
Yeah.
You've had some training already for the polling staff. Have you been discussing this with them?
Not yet, because I'm still in the middle of training.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how to program the things.
Okay.
So after that, we will have training for those individuals.
Dan, any questions for Tim on his report? Thanks again, Tim.
Sure.
Under new business, resolution 4 that we'll be considering here in just a moment is kind of the last step that we need to take as it relates to the fact that, as many of you know and have been following us, the fact that the borough of South Newcastle no longer exists as an entity. It merged with Shenango Township. And when it was a borough, it was a standalone polling precinct, and it had a polling place within its boundaries. The Court of Common Pleas, specifically President Judge Cox, issued a court order approving merging the former borough in with the 3rd District of Shenango Township. That also had to be reviewed by the Department of State. Tim had to send all this information to the Department of State for them to sign off. And that's all been done. So we're about 95% of the way there. To really wrap this up, what we have to do today is establish a polling place that will take in the 3rd District of Shenango Township, as well as the former borough, which again, as I mentioned, is now part of the 3rd District. Currently, or up until now, the voters in the prior Shenango 3 were voting at the Shenango Sports Complex on State Route 65, the Elwood Road, out near Shenango High School. What the election office is proposing for us to consider is that we move the 3rd District polling place to the South Newcastle Fire Hall, located at 104 West Byers Avenue in Shenango Township, but formerly in South Newcastle Borough. I know Mr. Kennedy and I have both had conversations with the township manager, Mr. Burek. He indicated that he and the 3 supervisors would be supportive of locating the 3rd District polling place at the fire hall on Byers Avenue. And I believe you've spoken with someone from the fire department as well.
Yesterday I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and I've got written permission as well.
Okay. So the responsibility or the authority to establish a polling place does rest with the Board of Elections. It's interesting that the merger of the former borough and Shenango 3, we had to actually petition the courts, and it was the court that had the ultimate authority to approve that. But as it relates, now that that's been done, as it relates to the location of the polling place, that does rest with us. And what Resolution 4 would do, it would state that the polling place for the 3rd District of Shenango Township shall be moved from the Shenango Sports Complex to the South Newcastle Fire Hall, 104 West Byers Avenue, Newcastle 16102. Notice of this change has been duly completed per Election Code Statute 25 PS 2726. And before I turn it over to Dan, if we approve this, you are required then, I believe, to notify all the voters in that precinct.
Yes.
Of the new location.
The new location of the Shenango 3.
And then you also have to do some postings, some physical postings?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
5 postings.
So that'll all be done, assuming we approve this. Given all of that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kennedy for his questions or concerns.
No, really, this is just a final thing we have to do for move South Newcastle Borough into Shenango Township.
Yeah.
They'll be completely done when we're done with this.
Thank you, Dan. Tim, have we missed anything? Anything I've overlooked or anything you want to add as it relates to
Just that I feel that keeping that at the fire hall is where, with the merger, the concentration of population voters, I think it'll be beneficial by keeping it in that location. I have heard no opposition once again about it, so I believe it'll work better that way.
Thank you. And if I recall correctly, when we had one of our meetings to, actually, I believe it was at the meeting on January 20, when we voted to take this matter to the Court of Common Pleas, I believe we did have a few folks in the audience unless that was a prior meeting, but there was a meeting that we had where there were some folks from that area who were supportive of the polling place being at the fire hall. Is my recollection correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, this is proposed resolution 4. As we noted, it would establish the polling place for the 3rd District of Shenango Township at the fire hall, which is located at 104 West Byers Avenue. If there are no other concerns, may I have a motion for this resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Dan, and I'll second your motion. Any other questions or concerns?
No, sir.
Thank you. Hearing none, we'll ask Susan to call the roll.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you. This is now approved and finalized. I think one thing as a courtesy, if Dan is in agreement, as a formality, we should probably circle back to the Shenango supervisors and let them know that we've taken this action. Would you mind?
Not at all.
Unless Dan,
Sure.
you'd be okay with that if Tim lets them know?
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's the only agenda item we had. I'm going to go back to public comment, but once again, for the record, we have no members of the public with us. Dan, any closing comments?
None at all.
Thank you. Tim or Susan, anything that you need to bring up?
No, I think we covered it for right now.
Well, we thank you both. There being no other business to be brought before the election board at this time, may I please have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, sir. I'll second it. And all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Our meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, Tim.
Yeah,
Okay, one down.
Good to go.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Vanessa. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to everybody. I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. This is Tuesday, January 27 of 2026. And we'll note that this meeting is being both live streamed and recorded. And we would ask folks in the room if they'd be kind enough to put their cell phones on silent or vibrate. We'd appreciate that. We always start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, then we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. And Controller Prestipine, could you lead us in the pledge? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you all. Vanessa, could you please call the roll?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here, we do have a quorum. Currently in the room, we don't have any members of the public, but in case any should show up, we'll note that we do give 2 opportunities for public comment. One at the beginning and one at the end of the meeting, and we would ask if you do have a comment, if they be related to county government matters, we'd appreciate that courtesy. On our agenda, row officer reports and comments. Now, our controller, Mr. Prestipine, is here. He has an agenda item, but over and above that, Dave, anything else?
No.
Okay, thank you. Under fiscal and contractual, we have 3 warrant registers, also referred to as check reconciliation registers, that are provided to us by the Controller's office. They are dated January 16, 21, and 22. Gentlemen, I'll give you whatever time you need to look them over, and then whenever you're ready, I could take a motion for us to accept these documents.
I'll make a motion that we accept the documents.
I'll second.
Thank you both. Any questions, Chris or Dan? If not, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Also in our packet, we have the minutes from the January 20 Commissioners meeting. And once again, Dan and Chris, take whatever time you need to look them over. And whenever you're ready, I can accept a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both. If there are no concerns or corrections to the minutes, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?